Hi everybody, hajime. If you don't know me, my name is Cinta. Welcome in. So just rerunning all the things that I've worked on. Not as much on YouTube because I'm generating money elsewhere. Facebook is starting to pay out a lot more. And I've had to delegate my time to debating on what is generating me money right now. And right now, Facebook and Poshmark are still the runner-ups. Because I can generally just do it from home and then I don't have to stress out about those things. I do have one student remaining, which is fine, I don't mind. Generally coming in to do the class with me. Apparently he's a lot younger, so it's a little bit hard to do the online thing, which is understandable. Going back to the whole subject of why I don't have the computer running, the computer's not running because it needs to be fixed. So I'm not using the computer to produce or compose or anything. I really wanted to finish up the track that I was producing, but that's going to be difficult. And on the other side, when it comes down to production, I've spoken to a lot of producers who were also DJs back in the day in a group I'm in on Facebook. And they're very hesitant about the AI thing. A lot of AI is coming out and AI is now using or reusing music that they've created, and AI can then use that music to pull out. So for instance, Spotify is a good place to begin. Spotify has a new AI where they're able to, I think they're able to download their music. You could probably do it on SoundCloud as well. You have to be very careful. But you can download music on any platform at this time if you're not locking it down. And people, maybe even Bandcamp, and people are using those songs to recreate music through AI. And I would be hesitant. So I'm sort of like on that debate. Is it good for me to kind of leave like composing music and doing it for myself or showing people how to do it? Or am I going to still continue looking into or finishing up downloading or uploading track I wanted to do for Spotify? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's... I'm hesitant. I still have SoundCloud. I could probably build up my SoundCloud. I already have like 100 followers there. People have listened to my tracks. I would have to upgrade my SoundCloud. Everybody's on SoundCloud. SoundCloud was way before Spotify, just to let you guys know. So that's the debate when it comes down to, am I going to do this? Is it something I should be concerned about? And it all falls into those categories. And I've worked with other musicians in the past when I was teaching in like Guitar Center, where, you know, they were all kind of like working on things, and they were always like, well, you know, you should probably recreate the song. So I'm at that stage where I'm recreating the songs they had listened to. I don't know. I'm still debating. I'm like, is it a wise choice, or is it something I should just kind of back away from? I can use my music. I'm earning money using my music and doing videos like this for Facebook. So Facebook pays me to play music and perform it, which is kind of cool. I do like that concept. I like the idea that I can reuse these videos. I can use these videos and put them back on there, which is cool. I do find that has become very useful, and I like the fact that Facebook allows me to do the arts and the music and the fashion, and nobody has an issue. And I have about 2,200 something followers there right now, if you need to know followers. And then my following is much bigger on Poshmark. I have 136,000 followers on Poshmark. Not as if, you know, I mean, if people are really like big into the numbers, they're the facts. My facts are Poshmark is generating money because I'm already working hard on that platform. And then Facebook, I've been doing my whole entire, like, the whole time I've moved from South Africa back to the States. And yeah, it just kind of combines everybody together, which is useful. Okay, so back to the song. I did want to go back into this. The Lady's a Tramp, nothing I can do on the computer, so we're leaving it alone. We're going to work on, let's do warm-ups. I would have to warm up my voice if I'm going to sing. never too late. I never bother with people that I hate. That's why the lady is a tramp. I don't like crap games with barons and earls. Won't go to Harlem in diamonds and pearls. Won't dish the dirt with the rest of the girls. That's why the lady is a tramp. I like the free, fresh wind in my hair. Life wouldn't care. I'm broke, it's oak. I hate California. It's cold and it's damp. That's why the lady is a tramp. Okay, there are like a whole bunch of parts to this. Okay, so the mist begins to rise while the sun begins to shine, and the day becomes clear. People walking in a busy manner while the streets begin to crowd. Don't be long. The day will pass you by before it's dawn. Don't be long before the day is gone. I get too hungry for dinner at 8. I like the theater, but never too late. I never bother with people that I hate. That's why the lady is a tramp. I get too hungry for dinner at 8. I like the theater, but never too late. I never bother with people that I hate. That's why the lady is a tramp. Done. I'm not giving myself enough time to really practice this. You do need to actually work on this without the camera looking at you and practicing. These double adapters. Okay, and then I had to connect. So it's all doable. And then I had to connect this into this little extension into the cable over there with the double prongs to make this work. So, okay, so now that it works, we can actually use this as a speaker. I've had to recreate the studio space with portability. Okay, so now we have... I'm going to stop that right now. I think, so in order for me to use the portable keyboard, which is that really small one, I would have to get an extra extension or an adapter to connect that into, actually I probably could do it in theory, but that keyboard needs another connection. So the whole point is, in order to make this work as a more portable and accessible studio space, you need to have all the cables. Cables are important. That's like a necessary part. Today it's raining, so it's a bit dark in here. My apologies. You can see I'm growing my hair out. I'm sure the roots look absolutely ridiculous. But it's okay. I'm like an artist. I'm allowed to just be myself. And now that we have our second fur baby. Okay, we're gonna... So I think I wasn't using this. I'm still trying to figure out how to utilize the logic on here. There are lots to do. There are lots of things I need to assess. But is it possible to use this iPad, this newer iPad, with a very old Roland speaker that just does not, it's not being sold anymore? Yes, it is. Let me show it to you. Let me show you what it looks like one more time. Luckily, I do have my own little space, which is the room right now. But I can use this as, let's see what happens if I bring this over here a little bit. So that's the Roland. They don't make these anymore. So this is literally like a vintage and probably historic piece at this stage. So this is our mini workstation, I guess, right? That's where we are right now. Okay, so I just changed the tempo. I'm going to lower the volume a little bit. I can lower it on there a little bit. Okay. Let's see if we... But you can see I'm just playing around with, now that we have a speaker that kind of makes more sense. I'm gonna do it. Okay, so that's interesting. I'm going to go ahead and do it this way. We're going to create the tracks from GarageBand, then send it over to Logic, and then from there use the speaker to manifest an idea, and then once I have the parts, then I can actually put them in. That song was called Hurt. It's not my piece. I'm not going to use that for anything besides just playing it. It's a great song. I was a big fan of Nine Inch Nails, and this was one of the songs that I watched them perform live, which was very interesting. It was a beautiful piece back in the day. It was not originally theirs. It was by Johnny Cash, which was great. And then Nine Inch Nails created it into something a little bit darker, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a great song. I'm not going to reuse that. I can probably learn the piece. I know I stop and start all sorts of things. And it sort of works with the beat that I just kind of worked on here. And yeah, I hurt myself today. I hurt myself today. I see if I still feel. I focus on the pain. I only think is real. The needles in my hole, the old familiar string. I tried to kill it all, but I remember everything. What I have become, my sweetest friend. Everyone I know goes away, and you could have. I liked alternative music back in the day. I was big into alternative, so shifting into like an alternative feel, but with a housey sound, which is kind of cool. I hurt myself today. Usually people would play it on the guitar. Let's just play this again. Self today. Okay, so it sounds really good with that. But I grew up on jazz, classical, pop, rock, hip-hop, R&B, Japanese pop, K-pop. I grew up on all of it, so I'm not unaccustomed to trying all sorts of different things. But as I said, my focus right now is to just get some cool stuff. Folks, thank you again. I speak Japanese, or I speak the Japanese because that's what I do. I'm not living for the United States. I'm living for international people, and if people want to connect up with me from around the world, that's great. A lot of them are actually on Facebook. So that's wonderful. Like I said, I have 2,000 and something followers on Facebook, 100 and something thousand followers on Poshmark, and that is why I'm focused and dedicated to those two places mainly, because that's where things have started happening, and hopefully eventually this YouTube thing will happen. I don't know, we'll see. We're just using it as a library for ideas and concepts right now. And thank you again for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you guys in the next one.